Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Chester Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 10th of May 2024. Going to look at the stakes races here on the program, races 4 and 5. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Yeah, I mean it, around the world. Let's look at the 4th and 5th race, the 305 and the feature 340. 305 from Chester. It's the Group 2 Huxley Stakes. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses going for a purse of $165,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field 9 horses going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go take the 6-horse Passenger as a top selection. 638 for me and the TriCast trifecta. 638 TriCast trifecta. Top selection 6-horse Passenger. This 4-year-old colt by Ulysses here. Sir Michael Stout trains this one. Richard Kingscote gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came at Windsor in late August, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3 Winter Hill Stakes. It was a success for this horse, but it wasn't a going-away success. He won by a nose. He had to be used a lot that day, but he got the job done. A very good race for him that day after all said and done, but he could have won it a little bit easier. I'm shocked he wasn't sent off as the favorite. He's 3-1 second choice. They were a better horse in that race. Prior to that, he ran the Derby at Epsom, a mile and a half third June, getting lightning fast ground. I liked him in the Derby, but he didn't run. He finished 12th by 17 lengths there, and he just kind of under the drive and just completely hit the wall. August Rodin really took off clear. King of Steel finished second. Great horse. This horse just wasn't getting into it. I thought off his Dante run, he was staying the trip well at York, a mile and a quarter, 18th of May, where he finished third by 1.5 lengths. The Foxes had the jump on this horse, but he was traveling decently there. And then on debut in a Class 2 main race at Newmarket last spring over the mile, went in by 3 lengths. He really took off clear. He's run these good races. Coming here in this race off the bench, he could win. I'll use him on the ticket. I think the 3-horse Asar for Jim Crowley and Jonathan Gosling can win also. First start of the season, the Gordon Richards at Sandnat over the mile and a quarter. He finished third by 3/4 length. He had the headgear on that day that really concentrated him early on. He kind of yielded late before the wire, but he probably needed the race there. Prior to that, in Doha and Qatar over the mile and a half in the local Group 3 there, he didn't do a lot of run. Rebels Romance really took off clear, but in the Bahrain Trophy in Bahrain over the mile and a quarter in late November, he finished second by 2.25 lengths. Spirit Dancer had the jump on this horse, but he got around the race course well, and then the Cumberland Lodge at Ascot over the mile and a half in October. He finished second by 3/4 length. Again, it was really gaining a little bit too late that day, but he got around the race course well. And then he won the Princess of Wales prior to that in July quite easily. Refreshing here second off where he does his better running. I'll use him on this quad pot ticket. But to recap my selection now for the 305, the 4th race from Chester, it's the co-feature Group 2 Huxley Stakes. Going to take the 6-horse Passenger. Give kudos to the 3-horse Asrar. 638 TriCast trifecta. 6-3 in the multi-race. The 5th race now the 340. It's the feature of the program. One of the features of the week, it is the Chester Cup. It's Class 2 Heritage Handicap going for a $216,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 17 horses going 3,800 meters or 2 miles and 3/8 over the turf course. Gonna take the 9-horse Aztec Empire as a top selection. Let's go 9-11 in the Forecast Exacta. 9-11 Forecast Exacta. Top selection 9-horse Aztec Empire. This 5-year gun by See the Stars. Andrew Balding trains. Ocean Murphy gets the mount. This horse's most recent outing was a disaster at Haydock in the autumn last year. A mile 3/4 in a Class 2 handicap. He finished 14th by 16 lengths. Something must have won a miss. Maybe he bled that day. He just completely crumbled. Refreshing in this spot. I would have liked to seen him had a start under his belt, but his staying races in last fall or last summer weren't bad at all. I think the extra 3 furlongs suit him well. If he's fresh enough, he could win. 2 back at York over the 2 miles in August in a Class 2 Heritage Handicap. He finished second by a neck, and he just missed. He stayed the trip well. He had a decent turn of foot. Even with the high weight, he ran his heart out that day. And then in Newbury in July, 2 miles and a 16th in a Class 2 handicap, finishing third by 3 3/4 lengths that day. Again, it's just a little bit flat late, but he got around the race course well. And then the Northumberland played at Newcastle, 2 miles in July. He finished third by 1 3/4 lengths. Calling the wind took off clear. This horse was just run on the parking lot, 18 of 19 with that quick run to the first turn. He just never saved ground. He kind of yielded late, but he ran okay. He definitely did stay the trip, but he's just run a little bit too wide. Refreshing here, like I said, I would like to see him have a start under his belt this season. He doesn't, but he has the ability to win here. I'll give him a shot on the ticket. I think the 11 horse Aquam for Franny Norton and Ian Williams could win also. Was a winner in March over the mile quarter over the 2 miles of Linkfield quite nicely in a Class 3 handicap. With a wide trip, he won by 1/4 length. He's doing everything right. Came back to run at Camden in early April of the 2 miles in a Class 2 handicap where he finished 7th by 13 lengths, where he just again had a wide trip and never could get over. It wasn't his day to win. He gets a better poster here today. He could be forwardly paced. I'll give him a shot here at 15-1 on the ticket. But to recap my selection for the 340 now, the 5th race from Chester, it's the Chester Cup. Gonna take the 9 horse Aztec Empire. Give kudos to the 11 horse Aquam, 911 Forecast Exacta. Use them both in the quad pod. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.